the key, I don't think you can over communicate. I think that's one of those perhaps truisms, but at this time, it's easy to say, well, I'm just going to hold my communications until I've got, you know, all the answers. And my first reality is, in this current crisis, you're going to wait till hell freezes over before you get all the answers. You really are. I think the second thing is making it personal. I think if I'm now talking to the companies who recruit from our program about what they've done, one of the two of them have done this and said, I'll send you the email. One said, I looked for the email, but I can't find it because we're doing it all over the phone. So they're doing the human touch. They're actually talking to people who work for them. They're talking to potential employees. And I think that attention to the human touch at times like these is really important. Emails are important, other ways of communicating through video conferences and stuff like that. But this idea of making it personal, because the normal reaction that I have when you're going through crises, like a downsizing or dealing with a hurricane or whatever it may be, is that managers tend to hide. So they'll go off and pretend it isn't happening, and they'll do important things and spreadsheets and stuff like that. And that's the time that managers need to be visible and need to be present. And this crisis prevents us doing that. So that we're in unusual times. And so I think the closest you can get to that is some form of FaceTime or call like this, or a personal phone call to reassure people to see they're okay and ask if there's anything that can be done, stuff like that, rather than just the mass communications.
It's not just disseminating information out, but it's also hearing from the workforce. And really, you know, if you think about what I think a lot of CEOs are doing right now, and a lot of leaders, are the equivalent of maybe a Zoom town hall, where they're, you know, giving their platform to 100 or 200 or 2,000 people at one time. And that's great for disseminating information to them, but it's not an ideal platform for hearing from them. And so I think when Julian talked about picking up the phone, being on one-on-one calls with people, to me, that's the way you get to hear from